Ya sahi nashukuru Mungu, pia nashukuru wenye wako na mimi, wenye tunafanya kazi. Ninashukuru sana. Maanake sasa nimeshapata shamba yangu ndio hii yenye iko na jina yangu.
I'm thankful to God and to the people that I'm working with. They've given me a chance to own a land. Now I own a land and this land is mine. This is Claris before all these shenanigans.
Kio kwa hii kazi nishaanza kuona matunda, si bure tu, pia nashukuru. Maanake sasa niko na hii shamba. Ningelikuwa sio kazi, ningepata hii shamba wapi?
Hello my good people, welcome and welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is where we deconstruct and construct the stories on the YouTube streets. By the way, my guys, my people, how is your morning? How is your afternoon? And how is your evening? How was your night? I hope you're doing good. So let's dive in to the deep end. So you can see how Claris was. She was thankful. She was thanking Linet and Charlot for buying for her another land, because they have the ancestral land for James and the brothers. Now this is her own land. She owns this land, her and the husband, but she never wanted the husband to be on those papers. But leave alone all that, they had a land, they were bought another land. Now she's saying, because of this work I've gained a land, I'll be able to build some rental houses for my future stability, because when I build some houses I'll be stable and to maintain myself with the ongoing projects. So what do you think happened between this Claris and the same Claris who is trashing Linet now? I'm saying trashing because when JT made a video, she made Claris talk ill of Linet, saying that, oh, Linet is the one who said that James' name should not appear on the title deed, but we clearly know that she's the one who was refusing James' name to be on the title deed, because I showed you the video where she was so angry at the registration office for the government office. By the way, if you don't know, Linet was to take Claris in a school to be taught English and to be taught hairdressing. She was supposed to go to a beauty school. So all this went all away, and they were supposed to make some rental houses. She said that in the same video, this video that you're seeing here, her showing us her land. She was supposed they were supposed to build another house, a big one, a big house, and some rental houses for her to rent to be stable. So all these goodies, the naysayers, the lazy gang came and destroyed everything for her. By now, we could have been building the bigger house for her. When they finish with the Mama Chogo and Kaschana, maybe the next project could have been hers for building the rentals, the rooms. She said like 10 rooms, and then her bigger house. See now what they destroyed from this young girl. Because for now you can see that she has more than 2 million views, but earning 0 shillings from those views. And they can say with their dirty mouth, that it's Linet who destroyed Claris. But we clearly see that they're the one who are destroying her. Imagine waking up, doing videos, earning 0 shillings, just cooking and having so many views, but you are earning 0 shillings from those videos.
Ile mshahara wenye tunapata, tunatunza, hatukuli yote, zingine tunaweka ndio itusaidie kujenga kwa hii plot.
My people who don't understand Swahili, here Linet Claris is trying to tell us that the salary that we get, she's not saying the salary that I get. She is saying the salary that we get. We shall save it. We shall not use it all. We shall save it and start building our house. But people tell us James was never paid. So who's the liar here? Because Linet gave them an advice for them not to eat all their money. We could hear her telling them from other videos that don't use all your money, save some for your future use. and do your things with the other money that you save, because I'm paying you enough. But they never listen, so they want Linet. So the lazy gang wanted Linet to buy a phone for her, to open for her a bank account, to make her do everything by everything by her name, by the power of Linet. So whose fault was it that she never had a phone that she bought with her cash money? Because the phone she has is for paying monthly, not monthly, for paying daily. She took the phone that we used for credit, a credit phone that we used to pay daily. If you don't pay, they switch it off. So whose fault is it that they never bought a good phone and they were paid fairly good money? Is it Linet's fault or Claris' fault? Clearly, it's their fault. If you're paid, if your boss, people who work, does your boss tell you what to do with your money? If you don't have a good, if you're working in an office and you don't have a good phone, whose fault is it that you don't have a good phone? Is it your boss's fault or is it your fault? Does your boss come and tell you that with your salary this month, buy a phone? With your salary this month, buy clothes. With your salary next month, buy this and this and this? No. If you're given money, it's upon you to do what you want with your money. By the way, in one of Coconut's video, I had her throwing James under the bus very bad. She was saying that first we knew Claris, then the husband came. So there is no way that Linet was supposed to put the name of James on that title deed. But previously, she was saying that Linet is the one who didn't want the name of James to be on the title deed. So you can't understand exactly what they are saying. Today it's A, the next time it's B. Now she was saying that she don't feel good that they put the name of James on that paper because marriages are not stable, because today you can have your husband, then tomorrow you're divorced, and Claris is the one putting a lot of work. So what is that? What is that? She was asking, why did they put Mama Chogo's only name on the title deed and not put Claris' only name? This is so funny. And for your information, this land of Claris was not bought by GoFundMe, as people say that Linet likes asking for GoFundMe. It was bought by the earnings of the AVL, by those super slaps that you always sent her, by the money that you sent her. That is, and some of the earnings from the AVL. So that's the money that bought that land. So people who are saying that GoFundMe never reached them, super slaps never reached them, no, it reached them. They were bought a land. That land in that area is not 2 shillings or 3 shillings. Land in the coastal region is so expensive. Even people living here, some can't afford that type of money. Ask me, I can tell you because I live in the coast, so I know. I know definitely how the land costs. And my people, before I tell you about grandma, the mother-in-law to Claris, let's dive in and see what this coconut is saying about our tribe here in Kenya. My tribe, to be specific. I'm Kikuyu and Digo. So I'm half Costarian and half from the mountain. So I'm both from the mountain and from the ocean. So let's listen what she has to say.
From information I've gathered here, okay, a Kikuyu person would want to settle down with a Kikuyu person. They don't like to intertribal marriage. They don't mix up that much.
This is the ignorance of the highest order. This is the most ignorant person I've ever seen on this space of internet. How do you come here and talk about a tribe that you don't know? Do you know the Kikuyus intermarry more than any other tribe in this country? Even though in the past, maybe some centuries ago, people were not intermarrying, but still there was 1, 2, 3 people who are intermarrying. But now, as we speak, Kikuyu people, mostly Kikuyu ladies, intermarry with most of the tribes, like most of the tribes in Kenya. So for you saying like this, you're just being ignorant. Just go do your research and see. Our Kikuyu girls are intermarry with any tribe. Even our men intermarry with other different tribes. But you coming here and say I am trashing my tribe, Stop this nonsense. I can't come to your country and start trashing your tribe, saying that they do this, they are no, 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 no. Even if some things you're supposed to do a background check before you come here and run your mouth.
They have a lot of business ideas. They are very, very successful in business.
Yes, most of the Kikuyus are perceived to be business people. Every tribe has their own how people perceive them, but Kikuyu are perceived to be more business minded. But that doesn't mean that they can't date any other tribe. If you're hardworking, they'll marry you. No, but for now, in this generation, in this era, hey, come on, coconut. We are not in those 100 years back. We are in 2026.
So right now that you're staying with Claris and James, how do you feel? Grandma is saying, me, I will live here.
For those who don't know, this is grandma, the famous grandma, the mother to James, mother-in-law to Claris. So here she was given lead questions. Lead questions are questions that were asked, but giving you answers indirectly. So they were asking if she wants to stay there or go back to her house. But she said, no, I want to stay here until you build for me another house. On these people's hands, this grandma is always under duress, always finding herself on acting scripts written which she doesn't understand. So look at the body language of this grandma. Then I'll show you another photo of her with Linet. When she was with Linet, she was always happy and jovial. I'll show you another picture where she's happy, so happy and jovial. When around Linet, she was always smiling, unlike now. They always want to put her in videos for them to gain sympathy. They wanted to bring this issue of building her a house, but in real sense, we know that house that Linet renovated is her matrimonial home. So no old woman can leave her matrimonial home to go to their son's house. So they wanted to lie to people that she's going to stay with Claris. Then at night she goes to her house, her matrimonial home. Then they show you where to build for her. Even maybe they could have told them to buy for her a land, then they build. But in real sense, they were not building for that grandma. They wanted Charles to be built for a house. They wanted to build James a house indirectly because it was a token of appreciation. Because when they went there, Charles was like a bodyguard to them. He showed them around and he told them what to do and not what to do. So if you ask yourself, as the oldest son, where was the grandma supposed to go? The grandma was supposed to go at Charles' home, not James' home. When the grandma said that she don't want to go back to the house built by Linet or renovated by Linet, I found it so funny. But I know she's not the one who suggested that. It's them who told her to say. Because in the past she used to be so happy with Linet. How can they tell her to say that? And the house was just renovated. It is her matrimonial home. It was just renovated. But the house that they are bringing her to, it's fully constructed by Linet from the beginning to the end. So it's bit logic for them to say that the other one was renovated by Linet and she's going to live with James, not remembering that where she's going is fully built by Linet, not just being renovated like the matrimonial home. We always say that a picture can tell you 1,000 words. So what does this picture tell you? This grandma was so happy then, but now she seems to be so sad. Every time she's so sad. We can tell by her body language. So my question is, because they told us that she's going to live with Claris, does she still live with Claris? Because I can see they're trying to bring her back, as they're trying to bring the wife to that Charles who brought her mother in front of the cameras, carrying an empty box, telling us she have carried all her clothes. So is she still living with Claris or she's living in her matrimonial home? But I know for sure she's still in her matrimonial home. Poor grandma. Even Linet had not fully finished buying for her the things that she was supposed to do. She was supposed to bring for her the beds. So who will buy for her the beds? They should buy for her the beds instead of pulling her up and down. First, they buy for her the beds that Linet wanted to buy. They buy for her everything that Linet wanted to buy, because even if it is you, even if it is me who is Linet, I couldn't buy. By them pulling me like this to the mud, no, I will never buy. How can you buy something and those people chased you away from that house like a dog? So they should first buy those seats and beds for that woman, and curtains and everything in that house that Linet wanted to buy. You see, by them introducing Charles' wife, they want to tell people to build for her, and it will bring a lot of commotion there, because Claris won't agree for her to be built for, because she will first say they build for her another house, and for those rentals that Linet wanted to build for her. So she'll say first for her to be built the rentals. It will bring a lot of commotion there. So they should weigh on whom to introduce into those videos. They should see the future, if those people they're introducing will bring commotion or they'll bring chaos, because the same woman is the same woman that called Linet at midnight telling her that James wants to delete himself, wants to unalive himself. So they were so angry with Claris. What makes you think that the same grandma that were not in good terms with Claris, they are now talking, and she's fully healed, that Claris wanted is the reason that her son wanted to delete himself. What makes you think that she has forgotten about that? What makes you think the brother to James, Charles, has forgotten about what Claris made the brother want to do? What makes you think that that family have forgiven Claris? Have they really forgiven her, or they're just playing gimmicks because they know the cameras are on Claris and they shall benefit from cooperating with her? So my good people, do you think that Linet should go back and help the grandma to buy those things? Or should she continue doing the work she's doing with Mama Chogo and Kaschana? What should she do? Because they are the people who dragged her. Should they buy for her those things, or should Linet feel pity for her and buy for her those things? What do you think? Please tell me in the comment section and let's have a conversation, because this grandma lost big time because of this lazy gang who like lazing all around. So what's your opinion? Just tell me, comment in the comment section below, and please remember to subscribe. We are getting to 1,000 subscribers, and thank you to those who have subscribed. I love you so much. You are the reason that I wake up and have energy to do these videos. Thank you so much. Have a nice day, have a nice evening, and have a nice morning. Until the next video, bye.
The house is said to have been built by Linet and Chalo.
Hatutaki mama arudi tena. Mama atabaki hapa.
We don't want our mama to go back there. We want our mama to stay here.